Florida. Actually, we started at the Beef Island, went across by ferry boat, picked up our boat and our captain for 2 days. Motored down to Cooper's Island first night, at the Painkiller Cove. That's my name for it. Then we motored over to Salt Island and the wreck the Rhone, drove that, and sailed back to what's the name of this island? Mariner Cay. Ended up in Trellis Bay for the night, anchored here. Then sailed the next morning back to Virgin Gorda, and spent New Year's Eve in Virgin Gorda. And then the next day went down to the Baths, motored both ways, and came back, left our captain, and then the following day started sailing towards the St. John. However, right off of Road Town, our engine quit, and we had to be towed into Nanny Cay, right here. And we had finally had an air pocket vacuum leak or something in the fuel line fixed. Then we continued on, sailing to Francis Bay, and the next day cleared all the bays on northern St. John, including Kinneil Bay. Then we sailed for Joost Van Dyke late in the afternoon. We tried to get in on White Beach on the reef, but it was very crowded, and we changed our mind. It was windy. We started out of the reef, and the motor quit again here. And with unusual, good sailing skill, we got the boat across and back to Francis Bay without an engine, anchored for the night. The second time we anchored in Francis Bay. Then from Francis Bay, we tried to get help. CYC came out of St. Thomas, and they still couldn't fix it. It was fuel pump and starter trouble. So we had to sail back to St. Thomas, to the CYC Marina, and they towed us in the last part, and they repaired the starter and the fuel pumps. Then we sailed out of there, went up towards Sir Francis Drake channels, and motored through the Narrows, then sailed the rest of the way into Tortola. I've got to complete the map, because then the following, our last route was down as motoring again back to Virgin Gorda, and this was motoring. And then we completed. Now today we went over the mountains, and we're at Limerick Bay, right here. This is where we are right now, on the North Shore, and we're going tonight to Bitter End. This is Bitter End.
It's a big island,
Well, it's not. It's the bitter end of the St. James. And then the airport is right here, and tomorrow Karen and Stephen are flying out. Then the following day we'll fly out from